call to order the meeting of the City of Columbiana Planning Commission for February 12th, 2019. I'd like you all to rise for the invocation and pledge allegiance to the flag.
Lord, we acknowledge your presence among us tonight, and we pray for your guidance during this meeting. Give us the wisdom to work in the best interest of everyone in our community. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Here.
Here. Here.
Brian?
Here.
Mark?
Here. You all received copies of the January 8th Planning Commission minutes. I would like to ask if there are any comments or recommended changes on those minutes. Hearing none, they'll stand as approved as presented. We have no old business tonight on the agenda. Moving to new business. We have a site plan review for a representative from Birdfish Brewing Company, LLC, will attend the meeting to request approval for one food truck space in the parking lot at their 140 East Park Avenue business location. Someone here?
Yep. Every time I come here, you guys ask for samples. You guys just buy them up however you like. Approved.
Yeah, we don't care what you do.
But, my name's Greg Snyder, one of the owners of Birdfish Brewing Company. We're seeking approval for one spot for a food truck down at our, what we call our down low, because we have two locations here. For our down low location at 140 East Park Avenue. They kind of sit, I think, I gave Augie a kind of an overview map of, So you're looking at the building from the street. It's going to be on the west side of the building, at least 50 feet off the road. We're working currently, we have one electric plug-in that some of the food trucks are capable to tie into. And if it differs for some of the other food trucks, we're working with them to be able to accommodate that to where we won't have the generators running down there. Not to say there might not be here and there, but that's what we're striving for, is to be able to at least get rid of that noise of the generators running. And we did get a previous approval from Oaks Welding, which is our landlord down there as well. Which I do have a letter that they did sign. That's going to do that. I know they were going to try to make the meeting.
Are you looking for any certain days or all days? Or?
No, I mean, it could be every day. You know, we are open Monday through Sunday down there now. So I don't want to say that it's not, and then we do have one down there on Tuesday for a special event.
Greg, would you still use outside sources, just rotate as you see fit?
Yeah.
Yep.
What does your liquor license allow you guys to do? What does your beer brewing license allow you as far as food on site?
So our A1C brewery license allows any kind of food to be brought into our brewery.
Okay, you just can't produce your own.
Correct.
Okay. Do we have any situations that require food comes from private property?
No, other than we require a planning commission approval, and then they go for a permit. Right?
Yeah, so, typically like someone like Oaks Welding, their original site plan review did not have, something like this in for it. So we've been asking letters of, permission for Greg to represent them. Oaks Welding, to get that done.
Once we approve a spot, then any food truck that has a permit can park within that spot, or they can get the spot spot themselves, however they want to do it.
The food truck itself has to have a permit. So, okay.
Greg, would you ever see the need to say, think we could get two trailers out?
Yeah, and if that occurs, we'll know that would be, say, a special occasion.
Right.
And we'll know up front, so we'll approach you again and say, hey, we got, say we're doing something down the road for, some type of spring event or something. We'll come and say, hey, can we get approval for 2 more spots or whatever it is.
Observation is good business down there.
Yep.
Looks very good.
Yep.
I almost said that we're missing a pinball tournament right now, right?
Like Josh and Jared.
In that case, I'll make a motion that we approve as requested.
Okay, it's motion and second to approve this, site plan to, allow for one food truck space at the location there on East Park Avenue. Any other comments regarding the motion?
Been great to see you guys.
Yeah. Call the roll.
Yes.
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 Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, the next item on the agenda is the replat of property. Rob Harris seeks the planning commission's approval to replat lot number 1 and 37 located on Old Saybrook.
Good evening, Planning Commission, Rob Herrick, representing Lakefront Preserve tonight. Where you died at 530 Windjammer, however, Lakefront's mailing address is 1164 South Avenue in Columbiana. First of all, we're selling lots at Old Saybrook. Both of these lots are sold with the community reinvestment area in mind, and it was a huge feature in the decision to have these 2 individuals that would be building on these 2 lots reinvest in Columbiana. So it so happens Zach is one of the partners here, my son of Paul, one of my partners in Master Plan. Zach is a member of Master Plan Design here, so he's integrated in the company, and he initially lived in Old Saybrook, and when the CRA came about, somebody knocked on his door. He sold the house, moved in with his parents for the time being, and he's rebuilding here on the 2-acre flat. So he's present. Also, Mr. Corey, who is the owner of Lot 1, I believe, still. So he's still making deals, and he's here as well. So I brought those 2 guys along because it's a combination of the 2. Do you have any questions regarding what was submitted? And also, I set a secondary map in there just to kind of explain what the future entails for that section of Danbury Way.
Can you explain that a little bit? I'm having a hard time following it, yeah.
Okay. So Danbury Way is going to be extended. We're doing partial extensions in Old Saybrook, not getting ahead of ourselves. So Danbury Way will be extended to the end of that 50-foot ingress and egress easement on new lot 37. Doctor, do you have this map here?
I got both of them.
Okay.
I got colors and non-colors.
Okay, yeah. So
No, I don't have no problem.
so this is the plot that's being recorded.
Okay.
This is our sales map. So this basically, lot 37 is going to be, there's a 50-foot egress easement from here to the end.
Okay.
Okay?
So this is, where's all lot 37? Okay, this is the lot 37 right
Yeah, it's
now.
only 3.1 acres.
Okay, so you put an egress, you're putting a easement egress through lot 37.
Yes, and Mr. Corey owns half of it, I own half of it, and I'm purchasing this lot upon the replat tonight.
So, okay, so lot number 1 is
Mr. Corey's.
so Mr. Quarries, and you're slowly chipping away at it.
Yep.
Slowly.
Slowly.
Okay.
Slowly. So we have an agreement that is year after year that we've been requiring.
Okay.
So now by selling larger 2-acre parcels, we'll be chipping out a lot quicker.
So these are these sold?
Nope, only lot 38. Lot 38 and lot 39 are sold.
These are the state lots?
They're estate lots, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So those lots, a lot of interest in them. You know, the price range of those lots are, you know, anywhere from I think like 115 to 150,000. So completely different market. These lots here are in the market of the $70,000 range, 75,000. And I just sold this one 2 days ago for, you know, those are for 65 and under range. So we're encompassing every, you know, every model, that's available, in demographics.
So basically, you're buying 3.155 acres from Mr. Corey.
Exactly.
And then you're putting it all together and you're breaking back apart and doing yourself.
Yep.
Okay.
And so, and then these blue lots here are not lots that are sold yet.
Right.
So those are lots that we are selling.
Marketing, yep.
And so as a customer comes to us, like this customer, he didn't like the initial lot, he actually made it bigger. He bought a lot and a half. So that's why that one's a little bit bigger, so.
A lot of money on surveying costs.
We do. We spend a little bit on taxes, a lot on survey. So, yeah, a little bit on property taxes, because that's why we keep replanting. Then, yeah,
So this is lot one back here.
that's the red is still lot one and the green is still lot one. Those lots are not divided yet. I was just trying to anticipate, you know, explain to you guys what is coming in the future. We got people interested in those lots, but, you know, a gentleman that's spending spending $125,000. And he wants to twist the lot line a little bit, and make, you know, instead of 2 acres, he wants 4 acres or 3 acres or whatever. We work with them on their purchase. So, and that's worked with us in a lot of aspects of our business. And these are the only 2, 3, 4, 5 acre lots that I know of in the city of Columbiana that has sewer and water ready to go on them. So, yes, we're pumping the sewer up to the gravity feed it, but they're city utilities. So it's really unique. They can take advantage of the CRA and still build a $500,000 house on it, and, you know, the lots themselves are, you know, even or in excess of the median home price in the city of Columbiana. So there's still a lot of property taxes there as well.
And income taxes, made all benefit.
And they're stopping, you know, having dinner and pumping gas and using, you know.
Have you noticed it picking up because of the CRA?
Absolutely. So, CRA, we currently have 6 contracts for the city. You know, me and our clients have had conversations. There's a lot of explaining going on. There's a lot of questions to CRA, and there's more when you're actually sitting down with the client. They bring up questions, you bring up questions, what happens in this situation, happens in that situation. So, but it's a huge selling feature. It requires us to be knowledgeable about it. It requires our customers to be knowledgeable about it. But right off the bat, it will be probably the biggest year since the 2004 era, 2005 era, in my opinion, that we're going to have with residential construction. And the benefit is too is not only that, but I think that the CRA, if explained properly, is geared not just after a certain demographics, but after a lot of youthful buyers that have more disposable income, because, you know, they are looking at place to plan a family and stay somewhere for 15 years. This is a 15-year investment. It's not a 2 or 3 or 4 year flip. This is an area where they can, you know, bed down and enjoy the benefits of the CRA. So.
I move that we approve as submitted.
Motion second to approve as submitted. 3/1 and 37, location of state work. Any other questions on the motion? Dan's call roll.
Donna? Yes. Rick?
Yes.
Tucker?
Yes.
Brian?
Yes.
John?
Yes.
Appreciate your time this evening. Thank you.
The next item under new business is replat of property also. Margaret Oliver wishes to replat lots 296 through 300, combining them into 2 lots so they can build 2 homes. You're not
Hi,
Margaret.
my name's Jonathan Oliver, I'm Margaret's husband. She's a little sick right now, along with my children.
You say John, right?
Yes, my name's Jonathan. Most people call me John, but my name's Jonathan Oliver. my father and I have been working on Southern Avenue for quite a while now, developing that road basically. And, we're looking to do more of the same. I got acquired 4 lots there on Southern. We are looking to have some variances, on lot size right now, in order to split them. Splitting them into the lot that I have now into 2 pieces. There's 4 lots now. It's going to make it 2 equal parts, 77 by 140. So we need a variance on the side from 11,250 square feet down to 10,780 square feet, which is what the lots will be if they're approved. And I think you guys have that map. Yeah. So, and then also we need the variance for along Esther Avenue. Also 45 feet right now. In order to make everything kind of look copacetic there and all be even, and to still have a house 40 feet wide on the front lawn, I would need to reduce the 45 feet to 30 feet. Esther's basically a driveway for one house that's on that road, and I believe the city utilities are back there, the electric. So it's not used very much at all.
So this is down the same road that we vacated that avenue, right?
Yeah.
To make the lot size of units.
A little farther down.
Well, it's on the same road, on Southern Avenue, yeah. About,
That was before.
half mile to the west.
Okay, that far away.
Right beside John Rath's property, it's never
Okay, yeah. So
From
you'd be
there
coming
out
down, this
to
would be
town.
coming back the other way then?
Heading out of town.
Okay. So there's Rath's house and there's another house that was
It's
kind of.
before Rath.
Okay, so it's before Rath.
Yep, that people was right there, if you drive by, you can see I've been, clearing it out lately.
Okay.
I've got a lot of trees down there. And if we get this approved, then I would like to get this figured out before I cut down any more trees, so, I'm gonna leave the lot as wood as possible.
So what is the restrictions that your frontage requirements are?
So we have the frontage, because we have 77 feet, it's only 140 deep, so that's only 10,780 square feet, so I'm 470 square foot short of the lot sizes for the R1 zone. It's surrounded by R2, basically a horseshoe all the way around me, which is only 8,000 square foot for the lot. So the lot's plenty big. In order to build, 1,700 square foot house is what we're looking, to say in the $205,000 to $210,000 range, selling a lot for $22,000.
Well, if it's surrounded by
So,
R2, you want to change, it's encompassed by R2, you change it to R2 instead of getting a variance in R1?
I just thought it might be easier to get variances.
I don't know.
I don't know. But it is surrounded by R2.
The variance would be easier. I think to change building, we'd have to make a recommendation to council, they would have to vote on it and send it back down here.
But, basically we just wanna keep on what we're doing, put 2 more homes up, and,
Did Onyx have any issues with it?
No, and actually, they rounded down when they did it. If you take the 77.5 times the 140, you actually get even closer than,
yeah, we just do the 0.5.
it's, 10,850, will be the,
With 3%.
the lot size, so.
And the road there, Esther, it's 50 foot wide, it's flagged out right now, and the road is actually only like 12 foot wide. So I would be almost 50 foot off the existing road that's there, from the property line, I would only be 30 feet to the house.
So, the yard requirements are, the minimum front yard be 45 feet. Do you have any problem meeting that?
No.
Minimum rear yard,
Side, right?
minimum rear yard is 45.
No problem.
It's never saying on the side there's 30 feet.
No, the side yard's only 8.
Yeah, the one lot, it would not be a problem on the side yard, only the corner lot, on the corner of Esther and Southern Avenue.
The minimum side yard with 10 side corner is 80 feet with both sides totaling 17 feet.
That's no problem.
That-
I was just worried about the
Oh,
45
you're saying
feet
it's
off the
on a
Esther.
corner lot.
Yeah, the corner lot.
Okay.
The corner lot is 45 foot off,
And
setback.
you're saying because it's a corner lot, since Esther's not a main thoroughfare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The last one that we did was also 30 feet off, but. And I was gonna hold the house back 50, just to kind of set it not too far out in front of Mr. Rath's house. I can't get it too much farther back to him, but there is a house behind there.
You're looking for a variance, okay,
So
the
the house,
side and lot
yeah,
side.
yeah, from here over would be 30 feet instead of 45 feet, so I'm looking for a 15-foot variance there. Which this road is only 12 feet wide.
Oh, yeah.
It's marked at 50, but, so it's, for someone actually going down the road, it looks like it's a lot farther away from the road than what it is. Just off the property line, 30 feet.
So you wanna set off of Esther, how far do you wanna set off of Esther?
Off the property line there, 30 feet.
So you wanna set 30 feet off of Esther,
Yes.
cause well,
And 50 feet off of Southern.
so your lot 77, so you go 30, you go 77 minus 30 is 40, right, 47, and then your 8 foot off the other side, so you're talking about what, 40 foot wide?
38.
Okay, so that's
38 by like 42 roughly. There's just enough room there.
Okay.
To make it all work out. It'll look just like the ones that we've been doing, the yards are pretty much be about 25 feet in between each house there.
I'll make a motion that we approve as submitted.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to approve as submitted. Do we have to deal
Well, the one that, what he recommended, he said he's gonna set 20 feet minimum off of that, is there anything in the commission that says that?
I would say 30 feet off.
Or 30 feet off of that?
It says 30.
Okay, yeah.
Now, I have some Mylar with me, I don't know.
any other questions? Regarding the motion,
We have a motion.
or we have a motion and a second to approve this. Okay, hearing no other discussion, I'll ask Dan to call the roll.
Rick?
Yes.
Tucker?
Yes.
Yes.
Scott?
Yes.
Donna?
Yes.
Really like what you're doing out there on Southern.
Thank you. Thank you.
Very nice.
We're gonna try to
Some
keep
good work.
acquiring some more property there, if everything works
Good.
out, so.
It's great to develop that.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Next item is a site plan review approval. Columbiana Ankle and Foot is moving from their present location, 258 State Route 14 Suite B to 258 State Route 14 Suite D to make room for Belleria Pizza expansion. So this is a site plan. Someone here, oh, I'm sorry. You state your name and.
Good evening, Commissioner, Chairman. My name is Bill Schroeder. I'm the architect of Topeka Development.
Talk to us a little bit about
All right.
what you're
What we're doing is taking the ankle and foot office suite, moving it from where it is now on the left side of Dollar General Store to the right side of Dollar General Store. And it will simply, we will be adding a few hundred square feet, but keeping the same width and the same amount of frontage on the same store, or in the same building.
It'll be on the right side of the Dollar General.
As your colleague just noted, between the carpet store and Dollar General. That suite was actually vacant since construction.
And
Bill, is the carpet store still active?
While my plumbing contractor was taking a look at it, he was able to go inside and talk to the people in the carpet store, so I'm gonna answer in the affirmative.
now, so, I guess, so then this will enable Galleria to expand into those spaces.
Yes, certainly.
Picking up about 3,500 square feet.
3,600 square feet.
Well, yeah, okay. And they're currently 2,300, so that's quite an expansion.
Yes, and they will be using every square foot.
Any questions on this site plan? Pretty good. Laid out nice, thank you for this.
I'll make the motion, we accept the site plan for the Columbiana Ankle and Foot.
I second it.
Okay, motion second, to accept this, site plan. Is there any other comments or questions regarding the motion?
Bill, if I could just ask one more, does Ryan have a completion date for for his expansion?
That is as soon as possible.
Yeah.
My colleague and I was there. We are working on those drawings currently. As of this today. Also, in the spirit of efficiency, may I make a request that the Galleria is also approved at this time, so we needn't return in a month?
I'm sure it's kind of going.
Well, we need to work
Yeah.
that way out.
That's a problem.
Withdraw the request.
Thank you. Nice try. Any other questions or comments on the motion? Dan, would you call the roll?
Tucker?
Yes.
Brian?
Yes.
Chuck?
Yes.
Donna? Yes. Rick?
Yes. Thank you very much for coming tonight.
Thank you.
Okay, item E, site plan review. Marina Strong of Ohio Valley Herbal Products seeks the Plan Commission's approval to open a manufacturing retail sales facility at 157 South Main Street, formerly the Columbiana Diner. And you are,
I'm Maria Shell. Good evening. Hi.
good evening. Would you like to talk to us a little bit about what your plans are?
Yes. So we have a manufacturing operation right now in East Liverpool. And I've been in the basement of the Port Authority building for many, many years. And we've been looking for store frontage to get us a little more visible out there. But I've been in business really since the 1980s in Alaska, where I started the business. We actually hand collect wild plants from the environment, and we make a line of skincare products that is very exceptional. And we've been doing this now for over 20, almost 30 years now. So, and we saw the sign for rental out here, and we thought this was an excellent location love the little town of Columbiana. I personally live in Fredericktown, so we're out in the boonies of East Livingston, where we pick the
Where
herbs.
the herbs are.
Well, and I'm hoping to do a little bit of educational things as well. So maybe have a few herb walks and do some seminars on top of being manufacturing. And we'll have a retail front here too. So I'm really excited about the possibilities.
Okay, so when you were in Alaska, were you using the same plants?
There are some plants that we are using that are the same, because believe it or not, some plants actually do grow up there that grow down here. But when I had an herbal oil up there, I made a base oil with 7 herbs. Our herbal oil now has 24. I could have put 60 in there. There's way more species down here. And so there's way more things out there than anybody knows about. People think it's all just green out there, and there's so many medicinal and edible plants, so we're hoping to do a little educational along with manufacturing our skincare line.
So this will all be done on the one floor?
Yeah.
So will people be able to see you actually making this product?
If they want to poke their heads in, we're not going to encourage to have people walking into the production facilities, but I think there'll be a little window there that people can actually look through. It's just a bunch of pouring and mixing, you know, it's nothing exciting to go on. It's more exciting to get the plants.
And where will you keep the plants?
I built 2 very large refrigerator-sized dryers, and so we dry them immediately, and then they get vacuum packed and stored until they can be ground and used in manufacturing.
So all the other buds of herbal manufacturing in East Liverpool, we're not talking any type of medical marijuana or anything like that, correct?
No, I'm not touching that with a 10-foot.
I just wanted to make sure we're clear before we vote.
Well, the city has,
the
city has a ruling on that.
We are, I just wanted to make sure.
Good question.
Good question. That's what everybody wants to know if we're into that. And
Yeah.
Did you sell this product in Liverpool before? Did you have a sales facility down there?
we sell online.
Okay, primarily online?
Primarily online. We do a lot of craft shows, and we are in several retail outlets. I have a distributor out in New Philadelphia who's put me into a lot of Amish stores. And, I can't remember if we were ever down in a little store in Liverpool.
Okay, I just, you said where you were making it. I just wanted to be sold it there. So you will be selling it in your storefront there?
So this is your first brick and mortar retail?
It is.
What?
Yes. I had a gift shop up in Alaska as well, where I sold everything too. Besides my manufacturing operation, we had a whole separate gift shop there too, so.
Very interesting. I don't think we have any competition here.
I think you'll do well with flowers and stuff. I think people will enjoy it.
Yeah, to add some real value
Yeah,
to
we
the
love it.
community. I think it's gonna be really fun.
Did you talk about signage?
No, I was gonna hook, you should hook up with those birdfish guys. You could come up with some collaborative stuff. Everyone in town collaborates with products.
Herbal beer.
There you go.
How about
They,
that?
I guarantee you they would find a way.
Yeah, anybody could.
Yeah.
What about signage? Did we talk about that?
I know you guys have some regulations about that. We're not looking at anything real flashy.
Well, we have to get that first one,
August can do the sign.
August can
I
work.
thought it was referenced in here what type of sign you were gonna do, like something like where.
Birdfish or maybe.
Okay. I would just want to stress at this point, this is my opinion, but I think if we do anything else uptown, we should mandate that there are signage on the building. We don't have that policy right now, and I think it's something that I feel we're gonna be looking at in the future. It's just my own opinion. I think it looks nice. I think signage is important, and it really can, be good for your business, but also I think it lends itself well to the downtown.
Yeah.
And,
And we've talked about it. We do want a nice sign out there.
Great. And we will put out on that. Okay.
generate more sales out of there, you'd be close to the post office too, to ship it out.
I like that location so much.
Do we hear a motion?
I suggest that we, approve it as requested.
Okay, we have a motion, a second to approve this request as submitted to us, the site plan. Any other questions or comments? Hearing none, I'll ask Leanne to call the roll.
Quinn,
Yes.
Scott,
Yes.
Donna,
Yes.
Rick,
Yes,
Tucker,
Yes.
that's great. Thanks for downtown.
Thank you.
We appreciate you for, taking Columbiana. Really do. Thank you. Good luck to you.
Thanks.
Okay. No other plans on our agenda at this point for tonight, so I'd like to turn to our commission comments. Anyone up there like to make comments tonight? Words of wisdom?
I would like to say welcome back to our planning commission meeting to Earl Corey. I haven't seen him in a long, long time.
Thanks for coming, Earl.
Great to see you.
I think you're gonna be selling off of that acreage here pretty quick.
I've had a little trouble here.
Okay.
Well, it's nice to have you here.
Okay. Nice to be here, Julie.
Good.
I just sitting here, I am so proud of our town. I came here in 1932, and I've seen a lot of change. And I admire the way that everybody seems to feel like I do. We got a priceless possession in Columbiana, and we do want to take good care of it. And I mean that as a compliment. I was on there for a term, and we didn't have quite the cooperation that we might have wanted, but we had some people wanted the limelight, but we took care of that. And you people are doing a great job. And I brought my son-in-law, Jim, here. He bought the Neary house over on the end of our street over there. I got him close to helping with my picnic.
Shovel in the driveway.
And I can't help but look at Tucker up there. I can remember when his folks, I lived next to his folks down in Tomahawk. And I can remember him as a little boy, and I think, how did this all happen? Now he's preparing his little boy to take his place.
Well,
Thanks for, and it is, we have a gem of a town.
we really appreciate those comments, and we really appreciate people like you that set the standard for us to follow. You know, seriously, we mean
There's
that.
one thing I should say to you. I had a father that was very special, and he and I, we were always together. And we've been in New York, to take on one of the old companies that we thought wasn't doing quite right. And we had a successful trip into New York. And we come back, and the sun was just setting as we hit the top of, Firestone Hill. And we could see the twinkling lights of Columbiana. And I said, Dad, that's really a sight, isn't it? He said, Earl, as far as we're concerned, you're looking at the promised land.
Well, that's great.
Thank you.
Thanks for sharing that with us. Appreciate that.
Well, Earl is one of our lifetime service award recipients at the Chamber banquet this year. I have the honor of presenting the award to him that night, so I'm looking forward to it.
That's great. And we have, and you know, now we're preaching to the choir, but this is what, 60th year?
66 years for the Chamber.
And I think we should mention the Chamber has been recognizing, you know, it's fun to go back and see all the people that have won awards over the years to make their little contribution. Glad to see you're gonna get that award.
One of the things I see, we've got to get more young people into the service. All the service, well, starting with the church too, but there's such a small nucleus of people in the chamber and the Rotarians, and we used to have 70 or 80 in the Rotary when Dad and I was, and we made a lot of things happen, and I don't know how to get people away from this damn, and go for a couple hours and help the city and find the people who are gonna replace you and years to come, and have a feeling for the town. A lot of people, I've had people say, how do you get along so good in Columbiana? I said, well, Columbiana is quite a town. They'd love to have you, but if you expect them to chase you up and down the street, shake your hand, that's not gonna happen. You gotta find a place to be sociable and do your share.
I agree. That's why we tell Birdfish to bring samples.
I give them credit, they're doing it right.
So you're talking about the Mary house?
We bought Dick's house, yeah.
I grew up in that house, one of my best friends, there was a lot of mischief, maybe some crayons down the bench or something, I'm not quite sure.
And then my two daughters have Josie, so
Okay.
that's where we're at. That's where I'm at.
I was just up in Niles over the weekend at Johnny K's getting an apartment, and they saw where I was from, Columbiana, they said, I guess your grandson or something works up at, he said, I know Earl Corey's my grandfather or something.
You were up in where?
Johnny K?
Yeah, my son-in-law Joey.
Yep, I ran into him, and the first thing he said, I see you're from Columbiana, you know Earl Corey.
Yeah.
Well, the agenda kind of got out of my control because, we went from commission comments to public comments. That's fine, no problem with that, but I would like to ask if anyone else would like to make any public comments at this point. It's come out in this weather tonight to, be here. Any other comments? Anyone would like to make?
I would like to make a comment, just that if you could relate to the power company. I appreciate the fast service when a tree limb takes out the power.
Yeah.
If you could get that. I do appreciate that.
Well,
Because I'm on the verge of, do I want a generator or don't I? And it's like, Columbiana is so good. They're out in 5 minutes and they have it fixed within an hour or so.
we're blessed with a great number of employees here. Take their job very seriously, and our city manager to make sure that they make that happen, so it is great.
Okay, thank you, I'll let them know.
Thank you.
Yeah, we will. We appreciate that. Any other comments anyone would like to make tonight? Hearing none, I call for motion to adjourn.